Hi, Kathy. No worries. Okay, so this should look pretty familiar to you. All my papers are graded, so you'll see grades for everyone. So to get into a student's paper, we go in by clicking the paper, right? And then I turned my view onto the classic view because that's what it seems as though you're using, right? So this is your classic view. Now it may look like this where this whole section is grayed out, and that's just because you haven't selected something over here at the top left, right? You can look at originality report, grade mark, or peer mark. So we want to be in grade mark because you're grading your student's paper. Now, if you come all the way down, I'm going to have to bring this down a little bit for you to be able to see. If you come all the way down to the bottom, you're going to see these icons at the bottom, right? So this is just going to let you see quick marks, right? So adding quick marks to the paper. This is my commonly used directory. I can change my quick mark sets. I have different ones. So I have one specifically for APA, right? So I have all my APA comments here, right? So say I wanted to give this student my comment about the font being inconsistent in their paper. I could take this comment and just pull it over, right, and drop it into the paper, right, and it says inconsistent font, and my associated criterion, when I just hover over that box, I would select APA format, right, and when I click on that, that would then put this comment into the APA format section for my comments, and I would just click save. If I wanted to add another comment, I could, right? I'm just going to click save and keep that there. I'll remember to remove that so my student doesn't say, what? What is Dr. Kemmery doing? Okay, so that's how you get to the quick marks. This icon, right, allows you to leave a voice comment, which I have for all of my students, or a text-based comment. I find that most of my students like the voice comments. That gives you 3 minutes to leave a comment just of the general overall feel of the paper or anything else you want to tell the student about their paper. Sometimes I will use text comments as well just to augment the general comments that I leave as a voice comment. Okay, here we can go to the different pages of the paper and you can just click on these different comment sections here and it tells you exactly what's going on that particular page. Now right here you can see we're on the title page, but if I wanted to go to my comment for that particular part of the paper, when I'm finalizing the paper, I could just click on show on the paper and it would take me directly to that comment. It would highlight the comment and here, because that's in the darker blue, I don't know if you can appreciate that on the screen, and it would allow me to review those comments either in total or where they are in the paper. So that's this third icon to the bottom right. And the fourth one takes you to the grading forum, right, that rubric, right, where you can put in the amount of points based on the percentage points of the rubric, right? So introduction was worth 30%, and this particular paper, she got 28% of that. And then I can click on my bubbles that I attached, right, with my rubric, right, that drop-down attachment. I can click on there, and I can see why she got that 28 out of 30 points, because she didn't mention the legislative process in her introduction, and the link for the bill was missing, right? So that was that comment, and that then allowed me to see exactly why I gave her that amount of points for that. And then if you just hover over this little eye here, right, it tells you what that part of the rubric focuses on, right? So if you were grading a bunch of papers and you weren't sure, you go back and say, oh, the merit of the paper, the position should be positive or negative, you know, but supported with literature and things like that. So that's what that looks like, right? You can then fill in your numbers here. It'll total your score and then apply that score to the paper, right? It'll apply the added score, total it up, and apply whatever score that you've given to the paper. I think that's what you were asking for. I hope it was. If you have any questions after you view this video, please feel free to reach out. My phone number is 856-625-0100, or you can jump on Zoom together, and I'd be more than happy to help you as you show me your screen and ask me any other questions you have. I hope this helps, Kathy.